solo, carry, stainless, all metal gun, aluminum frame, stainless steel slide, shortest barrel in the 9mm package, about 2 3/4 inches. Been able to deliver 1911 ergonomics, minimal muzzle flip, very comfortable feel for a package this size. We have dual magazine release, ambidextrous magazine release, ambidextrous safeties, slide stop, which is unique in pistol this size. When the magazine is fired and empty, full magazine goes into the pistol, you fire it. When the magazine's empty, the slide locks back, just like 1911. As I said, it's got 1911 ergonomics, which means fits nicely in the hand. It's got a natural aim point. Aim point returns round after round after round, enabling us to have accuracy inside 3 inches at 25 yards from a 5-round group, fired from a machine rest. Very comfortable to shoot. Trying to think of what else we could talk about. Reliability, very high. I don't want to talk too much about numbers, but it tends to like the premium personal defense ammunition, jacketed hollow points, no problem. No fails to feed. It'll accept any ammunition, but premium jacketed hollow point, really likes.
And Kimber also put out a spec sheet specifying the kinds of preferred ammunition, and it comes with the gun. So when people buy it, they can check that, make sure they buy ammo, according to the spec for the best reliability.
Right. The pistol was designed in a very tight space claim, and the design is such that it prefers to have the high quality premium personal defense ammunition for the highest reliability. It'll run on anything, but it'll run most reliably on the high quality premium personal defense.
How about the break-in? What's the recommended break-in period and type of ammunition recommended for break-in?
Anything 124 grain or higher, and break-in period typically is 2 to 4 magazines. Very fast. The way the pistol is designed and manufactured, all parts fit, no hand fitting. It's all off the machines, assembly, and ship. All parts are interchangeable, and based on this, requires minimal or almost no break-in. I mean, 2 magazines, 4 magazines, and you're in.
Standard magazine is a 6-round single stack, and then there will be an 8-round with an extension for the pinky coming out in the future.
Exactly, right. 6-round magazine. And in the next few months, we'll have an 8-round magazine. This gun is 6+1 capable, so you've got, right now with a 6-round magazine, you can shoot 7 rounds safely, no problem.
And then in terms of takedown assembly, can you just give us kind of an overview, recommended procedures? I know that this is not like a 1911, so the actual proper takedown reassembly varies just a little bit from what we're used to with the 1911.
Yeah, it's similar. It's different from the 1911, but similar in that the takedown is from the slide stop. You've got the slide stop notch similar to the 1911. So you'll rack the slide. Slide back. Push the slide stop out. Now you've got a striker fired pistol that's got the striker loaded, so you have to unload it by pulling the trigger.
Always make sure the gun is unloaded. We're in a testing environment, so we know that obviously.
Right, well said. Now we've got the recoil unit similar to our Ultra. That just pops out. The barrel, because of the way, the tightness of the space we have, I want to rotate it just a little bit to clear the barrel hood from the slide. And that's a field strip pistol.
Very easy. Now, with reassembly, we need to be conscious that there is a spring, and when reassembling, we need to watch that spring, make sure it is in the proper position. Otherwise, what will happen if you reassemble and you fire the gun and it locks the slide back after the first round, your takedown pin is not correctly inserted with the pin, with the spring, I mean.
Right, so you'll get a slide lock. That's your first indication that the slide stop has been misassembled. It's not an unsafe condition. You just need to reassemble it so that you pick up the spring, because the spring is going to set your slide stop in the down position to make sure that. One of the things that we deal with a pistol of this size is trying to make use of the most space possible and make it most reliable. Reliability and shooting comfort is driven by the weight of the slide. So what we did was we packed as much material in this space as possible. We had to fit a slide in this very little amount of space. So we took advantage of some different sort of manufacturing technologies to make the slide as heavy as possible. We were fighting for every gram of weight. So one thing that's different about this particular slide is then from the 1911. In the 1911, you've got locking grooves in the slide that are recesses. In order for us to use the same approach to locking the barrel to the slide, we added material. We basically went in reverse. So now the locking grooves in the slide are raised. Raising those created a little bit of a challenge in the manufacturing, but it added us a fair amount of weight so that we could reduce the felt recoil on the pistol. We have designed inside the barrel, one of the reasons why the barrel is the shape that it is to enable, it helps ease of loading, ease of chambering, and ease of extraction by the way the barrel moves within the slide frame during firing and recoil. The barrel wants to move, and it undulates just slightly in recoil to allow the round to be, allow the cartridge to be extracted. On counter recoil, it undulates again in a different way to enable the round to feed properly and not allow it to get hung up on the feed ramp. Reassembly is just the opposite of assembly. With the spring, you want to make sure that the open end is at 3 o'clock from viewing it from the back, just to make it easier to assemble. It should just slide right in. When you're assembling the slide assembly to the frame, just assure yourself that everything is lined up, just to make ease of assembly. Slide it right in. Seat it. Insert the slide stop. When inserting the slide stop, you want to make sure as you move it in gently, it doesn't really take a lot of force. Just pick up the spring that's located just under the grip panel here, and you're set.